Hi, Monica. I'm really sorry for the quality of the recording last night. There was background noise. Thank you for telling me. This should be better. I'm going to re-record it for you. And I've just had your next essay in, so I'll try and add them together, and then we are on track. So this essay was about schools. Some people think schools have to be more entertaining. This is the most important word here. While others think their sole purpose is to educate, which do you agree with? And then using examples. And here you've got the kind of algorithm, like the framework, which is going to help us. So educational institutions are said to be the initial step for any child to build their identity as well as their learning journey. Now, what I was correcting here is any child, because individual could include adults, and we're not talking about adults, we're talking about children who are at school. So any step to build, you want the infinitive here, to build their identity. And I think you should add here, as well as begin their learning journey, or as well as, yeah, let's put that in, begin. Oh, not that, sorry. As well as begin their learning journey. I think you needed a little bit more here, not just identity. And you don't need that in the long run. It's said by some that the only purpose of schools in general, not the, is now, not you could have to merely educate as a verb, but if you're having a noun there, is mere education. Now, mere, be careful of that word because it is quite negative. You could have is only education or is mostly education, something like that. While some, so you've got some and you could have others, argue that including entertainment, now you need to say what you mean, such as dance or painting. That's really, really important. Add what you mean, explain entertainment is quite essential for the holistic development of students. I believe that schools should be involved with amusing activities. So I think you should put here, should include, not be involved with. We can't be involved with an activity, but we can include. So to include amusing activities rather than solely education. This is civil analyze both sides. Okay. Harvest University, Harvard Uni, and local educational sectors. So nice intro there. You've done that really well. Nice use of language. Just need to clarify just a few on the little grammar things. Firstly, traditional education forms. I've added in here because of the pressure, because we have to say why, may cause student isolation and even more lead to several health-related issues for young adults. Nice strong sentence to start with. Good topic sentence. So may cause infinitive and lead infinitive. It's said that the constant long hours of study could lead to, or also could trigger, because you don't want to repeat lead to, associated health problems such as more pressure and the burden of aiming for high percentage results. You had high percentage there. You need to put in here high percentage results. You need to put in that extra word to make it absolutely clear. This is because schools and parents, now, schools and parents immerse a huge burden on teenagers' minds. I'm just going to pause there for a minute. Now, I took out toddlers because toddlers are very, very young. So we're talking more about teenagers. That's a better age group. Now, you don't immerse a burden. You place a burden on teenagers' minds, which cannot be tolerated, or even better, should not be tolerated by their age level. For example, students here, comma, in order to achieve a high percentage or high percentage grades, tend to spend. Now, we don't persist time. This is just to do with the collocations, the words which naturally go together. We spend time in studying, resulting in an avoidance of other facets of life activities leading to depression, or maybe you might say possibly leading, it's not always, to depression and frustration. Therefore, if the purpose of traditional education is only to educate children, it could, I think it could be that. I was trying to work that out last night. Believe I couldn't work out that verb, but maybe it could be that the developmental skills may deteriorate and health status should not be, you need some more verbs in there, not be undermined. But very nice clear writing, good paragraph, and you make some very nice points there. So I like that. Good start, Monica. Really nice. On the other hand, now watch out with firstly and on the other hand, they don't match. So on the one hand, on the other hand, or just forget that and then have however, because you're changing direction. Educational sector should provide delightful activities. I'm sure about delightful. I go maybe interesting, stimulating, exciting, challenging activities for interpersonal development of their students. This is because physical participation in non-educational activities, plural, such as sport, or art, because you've got three, or art, enhances the I just put that in there. The cognitive skills. So you can't enhance the individual, but you can enhance the skills of the individual, providing the opportunity to interact with peers, and as a result, helping them to comprehend their strengths and weaknesses. Good. Very clear writing, really nicely done. To illustrate, recent studies from IMT state that teenagers who participate in sports or other activities, you can have here often, I mean, it's not always, excel in their academics and social life as compared to formal education style teachings. I think I put that in there because you're comparing one kind of teaching compared to another kind of teaching. Consequently, schools should implement new ways of teaching methodology as a way of delivering interesting and stimulating teaching quality. I think I put that in. Methods with the involvement of amusing activities. Good. So you're saying, yep, let's make it fun. You can still learn. Well done. Good paragraph again. To conclude, I firmly believe that all levels of educational institutions should be providing, or just should provide, feasible, enjoyable activities which are perfectly acceptable, rather than the idealist belief of mere. I wasn't sure about mere, but I would have thought just pure. You could have traditional forms of, traditional forms of education to students. In the future, new ways of teaching methods will continue to emerge, yes, and be discussed. Maybe you could put. But nice start there. That was really, really good. Well done. And then I went on to say, wrong essay. Let's go with this one. So let me find that one and we'll just join up these two feedbacks together. Here we go. Thank you very much for getting this one to me so quickly. After this, you will have one task 1 and one task 2 each time. Okay. So here we go. In the past, this is about doing an enjoyable activity with a child can develop better skill and imagination than reading. To what extent do you agree? So for me, this indicates quite young children. Although you can just agree one way, you can argue this essay one way, you need to at some point acknowledge how important reading is. Yeah, you put it in the conclusion, we might bring it further up. In the past, there has been an emphasis. In the past indicates the past simple tense. So in the past, there was an emphasis on reading in child's education, where many parents spent time engaging with their offspring to improve literacy. I wouldn't put reading and reading. So in the past, there was, or until now, there has been. So watch out, this adverb has to have the correct verb with it. Okay. So I would say either there was, or change the adverb at the beginning. Where parents spent, so this should also be in the past tense, spent time engaging with their offspring to improve literacy. Nice. Many promote, however, but okay, you're making a contrast today, however. Many who? Many, let's think about who these people might be. Many commentators, or maybe parent guidance experts, the parental experts, promote other activities to build a wider range of skills. I strongly agree that incorporating engaging activities may promote, either promotes or may promote better, you don't need that, better skill development. We just promote directly, not promote in. And this essay will argue the strong side of implementing feasible activities in developing a range of skills. Watch out articles and give examples. Okay. The strong side, the important side. Wouldn't use strong there. Now, feasible, you had that in your other essay, and I kind of didn't comment. But what do you mean by feasible? It's an unusual word to use there. Enjoyable or an enjoyable range of activities. I think that might be better. But otherwise, good, strong start. Particularly nice on that first sentence there. Firstly, activities such as playing, especially console games, there, can help them, who them, to learn important skills compared to reading. Okay, this is because these are plural types of games, teaches central role playing and provides an opportunity to improve. What do you mean central? Role playing. Okay, so don't use central. Go creative and imaginative role playing. Maybe you heard essential on Ben's talk, but it's a creative and imaginative role playing and provides the opportunity article to improve active and reflective skills and results in increased spatial awareness. Get these little adjectives in here, they are really important. For example, recent research indicates that children who played these games such as PlayStation video games and video games are often performing or often perform better in specific skill related tests. Good. Playing or building online or online technology without repeating skills could have. Very keen on these modal verbs. Could, might, may. They are really important in IELTS more than making a big statement has. Secondly, introducing physical activities such as sport. Tell me what you mean immediately. Could assist students to improve their academic skills. This is due to the fact that, good, participating in sport or competition, so tell me what sport you mean here, seems, noun verb, to improve the focus level, concentration and cognitive abilities of children. Additionally, sports can teach important social skills, really nice, and communication skills which cannot be acquired, really lovely, good. To illustrate, a study from ICE showed that students involved in sports increased their academic score by up to 20%. Yeah, as a result, many things from their own experience. Now, watch out from their own experience. Their own experience with others. Because this idea of doing an activity with a child suggests it's not solo. You're not playing sport on your own. Make sure we're absolutely on the question every time, okay? With others, yes, good. And you've talked about reading, so that's great. In conclusion, playing is vital for skills development. However, reading practice should not be forgotten. Very important that you're mentioning it here. Good work. Henceforth, institutions may have or could have, might decide to have dedicated playing hours and reading time, as well as reading time. Put it in there as well, as an ideal mix of both playing and reading. And in future, this should need to be maintained for child good, for overall I want to say in depth, but overall meaningful child development. Something like that. Don't forget adjectives because they can really help you here. But well done, Monica. Thank you for getting back in touch with me. And those are two really nice first essays. Very happy with both those. Can you just tell me your IELTS story? Have you taken it before? What band are you aiming for? Okay, thank you so much.